Welcome back, Intro to Engineering. This is Unit 6, Reverse Engineering. This will be a few videos just to get you off the ground here. But to start, to get there from your home page within Canvas, go down to Course Content. Within Course Content, go down to Unit 6, Reverse Engineering. And here is the entire assignment list here. We're going to start within 6.0 Reverse Engineering Project, and we're going to review what is going to be turned in at the end of this, but then we'll go into detail on the other things. So if you go in there, you'll end up with this page here, and we have a presentation, and I will go over that presentation here soon. And then I will have this resource as well. And that resource, those resources will bring you here. And there are 5 different resources. One of them is the presentation itself. One is a peer evaluation form. One is the assignment for the project. One is the rubric that we're going to use to grade. And then here is a student example of a project. To start, let's go ahead and go over our reverse engineering project. I'm going to go ahead and start from the beginning here. So to talk about reverse engineering, you are going to select some item of yours to take apart and analyze. So let's take a look. Why would we want to do this? First off, to understand it better. A lot of people who go into engineering say they like to take things apart and figure out how they work. This would be a good example of that. To satisfy curiosity, how does it work? To examine the structure, function, operation of something. All right. To duplicate or improve it. All right. Other companies or governments may take some existing technology from another place, take it apart to try and figure out how it works and recreate it or make something better. And this could be for the purpose of reducing cost, improving, reducing the environmental impact, increasing efficiency and reliability, things like that. So you are going to first create a group proposal, and this will be due by day 2. And your proposal is going to include what is your project, what device you're going to use, cost and source. You want to do something cheap like $5, no more. One second, excuse me. What does the device do? How are you going to take it apart? What tools do you need? How many parts do you think it contains? What kind of parts do you think you will find inside? This is the proposal you're going to give to your teacher, and your teacher will then use that to determine whether you have a good idea or if you're just throwing something together. All right, so it needs to be an actual written proposal that you'll give to your teacher. What tools are you going to need to take it apart? Is it going to require some special tool? Are you going to need a drill, hammer, screwdriver, whatever? Okay. How are you going to measure the parts? Because you're going to have to draw a sketch and you're going to have to sketch the item with dimensions. You're going to have to create a bill of materials, or also known as a BOM, B-O-M, okay? And your bill of materials, you will label that by product number, 1 through so on, name it, how many of them exist, what's the function, how does it interact, doing some Google searches, get an idea of what it would cost, all right? Your report. So, your report you're going to put together is going to have the purpose of the object. So you need to identify, say, a flashlight. What is the purpose of a flashlight? Okay. Next, you're going to have a bill of materials. That bill of materials would be, once you take the flashlight apart, what parts are existing, how much would each individual piece cost, bulb, wires, plastic part, whatever, switch. The procedure, so how does it work? How do you put it back together? Sketches, a principle and elements identification chart, and we're going to go over that in the next activity, 6.1, a functional analysis, and that would be within 6.2, and then you're going to have a conclusion reflection on the project. So remember, using sketching, you can use by hand or not SolidWorks, but you can use Inventor. It just depends on your ability. Maybe you're much better at sketching in Inventor than you are by hand. The thing is I'm not going to grade you guys on whether your sketches are perfectly accurate or not. They do need to be legible, they do need to be neat and organized, but they do not need to be detailed to the point of this, all right? So keep that in mind. We have to complete the project within the time frame given, so don't go overboard with detail. Just keep it neat, clean, and organized. Your parts will be drawn orthogonally, so front, top, side view, and then you can always include a isometric sketch and an exploded view. So an exploded view or a labeled part sketch would also be welcome. Exploded view is you show how everything fits together. Labeled part sketch would be like this. So those are some examples for you. You will get into groups. You could be in 1, 2, or 3. That is up to you. Now here is the thing. If you're one person, then your object that you choose needs to have 5 parts. If you're 2, then it has to be at least 8 parts. If you're 3 people, then it has to be at least 10 parts. Okay? So your project approval was due day 2. The project itself is due day 12. Low voltage devices are okay. So no plugins, battery driven stuff is alright. We don't want to end up accidentally shocking ourselves with capacitors or anything like that. So bring in unwanted items or items that cost at most $5. You don't want to do anything crazy. Your object will not, or we don't expect your object to work after we're done. Okay, here's just an idea of things that you could bring in if you would like. The overall project schedule is shown here, and so day 1 and 2 we will assign your teams, brainstorm, and write up your proposal. When I say assign teams, you are going to assign yourself to a team. So if you want to be on your own, great. If you want to be in a group of 2 or 3, great. Day 2, your proposal would be turned in. Okay. 2 to 3, you're going to bring in your device or product and you're going to start taking it apart. 4 through 6, you guys are going to be taking the part with thorough documentation. Alright, so you need to be documenting everything. This isn't just a destroy something activity. Day 6 through 9, you're going to sketch all the parts. So I would include this relay through 4. Part of your thorough documentation is sketching everything, preparing the bill of materials and your manual. Day 9 through 11 is you're going to write up a report. You're going to come up with some improvement ideas and prepare a conclusion. And then you're going to organize, edit, and wrap up days 11 and 12. And you will give a class presentation day 13 and 14 for this. Okay, so that is the PowerPoint. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that. And the other items I wanted to go over here is the peer evaluation. So through this activity, if you are working in a group, you are going to grade yourself as well as 2 of your members on whether they're dependable, whether they accept the task given to them, if they help others, if their work is complete and accurate, if they can work with your group, if they're a value member. So, and you'll grade them out of 4, 3, 2, or 1. Okay, then I will average their grade for their participation. Okay, so that is the peer evaluation form. It'll be done at the end of the project. There is also here the rubric. So your manual, there's going to be two grades. You're going to have the report itself, and then you're going to have the presentation. The report, so you will get up to 3 points for having your functional analysis within it, up to 3 points for having your elements and principles, your bill of materials, all of your sketches, which are dimensioned, labeled, and numbered related to the bill of materials, and it is sketched with an overall sketch, meaning there should be dimensions, things like that. Your procedures would be a step-by-step description of how to work the device and how to put the device together. Okay. Manual overall, manual should be included, table of contents, page numbers, header of device, and names. Engineering design process. So the group completed the process to find the best improved design solution to the selected device. This includes documentation of the entire process with sketching, reasoning, decision-making, descriptions. Wrap-up report, so concluding with your data and results, what went well, what didn't, and then your time of completion report, completed it on time or not. Okay, so there's, if you want to know if you're getting a good grade on this project, look at the rubric. It spells it out for you exactly what I'm going to look for. All right, that's the report. And then here is the presentation. So you will create a PowerPoint, and through that PowerPoint you'll give a presentation, and that presentation will go over the device description. It'll show us some of your sketches, go over the design process you guys had, your wrap up, and then actual points for your quality of presentation. Okay, so that would be the rubric. And then finally here is the assignment page. And before we get into activity 6.1, the last thing I'm going to do is assign this part here to you. You guys are going to watch this. So the teacher will go to this link through Khan Academy, and there's a video there that talks about what is inside a tap light. It goes over kind of reverse engineering process. Here is our equipment needed. You guys will need safety glasses, things like that, especially when you're working in the lab taking apart your objects. And then the procedure. So we went over the PowerPoint to explain the project, okay? And you guys are going to now get into your groups and create a project proposal answering the following questions here. Once you have that approved, all right, we will start working on activity 6.1 through 6.4 and go from there. So once again, that Khan Academy link underneath reverse engineering project, it is right here, and you will watch that as a class, and is this video here. Okay, so if you have any questions, talk to your classmates, talk to your teachers, and with that, good luck and have a good day. Look for the 6.1 video, and I'm going to upload that here soon. So have a good day.